Next up, let's talk email marketing. Now, we want you to handle email marketing for a few of our clients for setting up the emails, setting out the questionnaire to clients to gather that info, and actually setting those up within the email marketing platforms, which is super easy. It's basically drag and drop. There's no HTML involved. So first thing you want to do is view the email marketing tab in the workflow doc. Now, if you're in the workflow doc already, of course, the main one is daily tasks. You're going to go to email marketing. Now, this has a breakdown of the client names, the email subjects, and a whole bunch of other info here that I'm going to go over right through right now. So first, client name, of course, is the name of the client. Email subject, it's going to be based on either the content email or a recent blog, depending on the client. And then the content email link. Now, the content email link, which we'll get into further, is just an email that we send periodically to clients to ask what they would like in the email that's coming up, and as well as what we suggest. Now, if you're going to the next column, content email sent, that'll basically say, you know, if it's sent yes or no. For Expert Mortgage, you won't need to send that email, so that's fine. Content email send date is not needed because you're not sending out that email, so that's fine. And then the launch date is the 20th. Status is approved or not approved. So that'll be if you set up the email. Approved is if you sent it to me after and I've reviewed it and made sure that it's good to go. There's no spelling errors and so forth. And then the email content is usually based on recent blog. When you're done with adding when you're done creating the blog, you're going to post that link here for us to review. And then for type of email, it's going to depend on the client. So I'm just going to walk you through this process. So let's do it for Expert Mortgage, right? The client sends out emails once a month, and this is done by completing the following. So first thing is log into MailChimp. Open that up, hit login. I'm going to provide you with these logins as well. Okay. That's weird. All right, so it took us to the MailChimp dashboard. You're just going to go to campaigns. And all you're going to do is replicate the most recent, right? So this one I'm probably going to delete because I don't think this went out. So let's delete that. Okay. So our emails follow pretty much the same format for each one. So all you're going to do is replicate the most recent. So highlight your mouse over this most recent one, hit the drop down here and hit replicate. You'll be sending an email to all the lists. Currently we have 4 lists. You're going to send out 4 separate emails to all 4 of these lists. So just choose one for now, most likely the first one, and then just hit next. Now you're going to keep MailChimp open while you do these next steps, right? So first you want to visit the client website. So we're going to go to expertmortgage.com. For this client, you're going to go to the real estate tips tab. Look at the most recent blog right here. Then you're just going to click the most recent blog. This will be the content for the email at the top. So just highlight that title, right? And then plug that in for campaign name. Now under campaign name, you're going to put in parentheses real estate so we know which email this is going to. Then you're also going to copy the campaign name and paste it in the email subject. Just make sure you don't include this part because this is actually what clients are going to see, right? Preview text, just kind of take a snippet from this, maybe the first sentence, so that people kind of have a preview of what's coming up. Everything else here can stay the same. You're going to hit next. Now, once you do that, you're going to update the header image. We already have header images populated in here. We have about 4 or 5. So just switch them out periodically so we can change the look and feel of the site. So just click it, hit replace, and then just look at the other ones that are similar, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ones, 6. I'm just going to choose this one. This one's pretty nice. Then hit insert, right? Now, there's 3 blogs here, right? Actually, we have 4. You only want 3, so let's just delete this one. Okay, so you're going to delete the 3rd blog and move top to down. So all you're going to do is delete this one, Whoops, I'm sorry, I duplicated it. You're gonna delete this one, right? And then you have these two. Let's delete this as well. Then you have these two. Let's just duplicate this one. Okay. And then let's add this little separator back, so it's above here. And then we're just gonna update this one to the most recent blog. So since it's the same, that's fine. We're just gonna use another one just to show you as an example. So we're gonna use this one. You always want it to be the most recent, but since it hasn't been updated, it's gonna be the same. So just replace that title here. And then all you're going to do is take the first 2 or 3 sentences from that blog, right? Okay, so let's drop that here. Then click for complete blog. You're going to change that to the blog that you updated. Just drop that in here and hit insert, save and close. So now every time you go in here, you're basically updating the top one and using the most recent 2 and getting rid of the last one. If you scroll, this is going to stay the same. These can stay the same. That's fine. You can switch out these reviews. We have these already pre-populated as well. So just hit replace and let's put in this one and hit insert. And that's pretty much it. That's all you're going to be updating really for the blog. We send it out once a month and it gets a pretty good click-through rate. So we just update it so that we can make sure that everyone's getting the newest content. You're just going to hit save and close. Next. Okay, all of that is good. Then you're going to hit schedule. Now, this is when you want to go back to the workflow doc. For this one, we want our launch date to be the 20th. Today's the 13th, right? So I'm going to go back and I'm going to choose the 20th. And then I'm going to schedule it like 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Those are the best times. And then you just hit schedule campaign. Now, one thing I forgot to add is once you do all of that, you're going to go back into this doc. You're going to do status. You're going to hit approved or not approved. Most likely not approved once you're done so I can review it. Review email link. I forgot to mention that. I apologize. So all you have to do is go back. You actually go to design. All you're going to do is hit preview and test, enter preview mode, click view this email in your browser, right hand click and hit copy link address. Then just paste that link address right here. That way I can go into this doc and see the update. Type of email is most likely blog content for expert mortgage. And that's it. Once you scheduled it, you're pretty much good to go. Now, lastly, once that's scheduled, let's just do next. Let's do schedule. We chose the 20th. I'm just going to do this as an example. This is the last piece. You're just going to repeat steps 4 through 9 for each segment. So let's go back to campaigns. Since that one's set up, remember that was just for real estate. So you're just going to hit this drop down and you're going to do replicate. And if you're going to follow all the steps, everything pretty much the same, just choose a different list. So now we're going to do prospects and then just hit next, schedule it for the same day. So when you're done, it's going to look something like this. As you can see, we have this email that went to real estate, clients, prospects, opt-ins, and that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward, really easy to do. It's just going to be based on website content. Okay, now let's talk about email marketing for another client. This is CHI, Community Health of South Florida. This client sends out emails every other week or so about 2 or 3 per month. We like to know what to send, so we send over an email to get info from the client to build out emails. So of course, first thing you want to do is go to the workflow doc, go to email marketing tab, and then look at the calendar, right? So client name, we have CHI. This is the one that's a little bit different than other clients, the content email link. If you click that link, it's going to open this doc up. This is the email that we like to send to them on a weekly basis to kind of find out what content they want, right? So it just says, hello, I hope all is well. We wanted to send an email blast this week, preferably Wednesday, and wanted to get your feedback. What are 3 subjects you would like to discuss? Here's our recommended layout for the email, right? So we have the top area, which is upcoming event and news. Middle area, which is spotlight on specific service. Bottom area is upcoming events or news. And then the signature is just regular stuff. And I'll show you the example. We'll go into that. And then we just add, please respond at your earliest convenience with the following: top area, middle area, bottom area, subject line. Thanks. Right. So you're going to send this content email to this email address. So I'm just going to copy this. You'll have your own dedicated email address to be able to do this, but I'm just going to do this as an example, just so you can see, because we want to get an email blast out for next week. So just hit compose. I'm going to put that email address in. Let's do email blast, right? And then just copy that and then just hit send. It's that easy. Boom. So that's sent. Now, if I go back into the doc, content email sent, I'm going to put yes. Content email send date is the 13th, which is today. We want to launch that by the 19th. Status is nothing yet because we haven't gotten information back. Email content is going to be based on what she provides. So we'll fill that in once we get it. And then review email link. So once she responds, drop the information into email blast. So I'm going to show you how that's done. All you're going to do is go to constant contact. You're going to hit login. I'll provide that login to you, of course. And then we already have an existing template that we use that you're going to pretty much replicate. This one's a little bit different than MailChimp, but it's pretty much the same. So this is the email that we sent last, right? So all you're going to do is hit copy. That'll bring up the email blast here. Boom. So this will stay the same. The titles will change, right? So the email that we sent, let's wait for that to load. Okay. Top area, we'll replace, this is the top area, this section. And then we're just going to actually duplicate this. So 3 sections, just like this, right? We have the top area, middle area, bottom area, and then we have the signature. So this is actually the signature area. It has some of the main pages on the site and then a main button to visit the website. So once Tiffany gets back to us with the content that she wants in these top 3 sections, we'll add that content in here, make sure that they link properly, send a test email blast to the client, and then place the review link in the doc, right? So if I hit preview, I hit copy link address, paste it here, and then I can go in and review that doc. And that's it.